Hello folks, this is Ted White, and today I'm going to show you how to blur background for text and create the focus pop effect in CapCut PC. Now, people use this technique to introduce a new topic or chapter, to emphasize a key point, or to define a word or concept. All right folks, let's check it out. All right, so the first thing we'll be doing today is importing the clip that we'll be using for the editing. So I'm just going to go to import here, select that, and then I'm going to click on this clip and then select open. From there, I'm gonna click on the clip, hold the click, drag and drop it down to the timeline. And then I'm gonna make a duplicate, okay? So I'm gonna make sure this is highlighted. I'm gonna hold down on the Alt key on my keyboard and click, hold the click and drag up. And now we have a duplicate layer on the top. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make this bottom layer a blurry layer, and the top layer, we're going to make a sharp layer, okay? So this layer on the top will be sharp, this will be blurry. So in order to make this bottom layer blurry, we will have it highlighted here. We'll just go to Effects, okay? So we'll go to the Effects tab and we'll click on that. We will search for the effect and we will type in BLUR, blur, and then hit Enter. From there, we're going to click on this effect, drag and drop it down to the timeline. Now, here, it automatically goes to the special effects and the details here. And for here, it defaults to 50, but I'm actually gonna change this to 40. So I'm gonna put in 40, hit enter. And then if you wanna take a look and see what 40 is, you can clearly just hide the top track. So in order to hide the top track, you just click on this eye and it's hidden. And this is 40% blur. So you can adjust this to whatever you want, okay? But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna leave it at 40%. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unhide the top track, and then I'm actually going to add a text layer. So in order to add a text layer, we'll just go to the text tab up here. I will add default text layer. So I'm just going to click on this blue circle right here, and I'm going to make this, I'm gonna drag it up and make it about 5 seconds. And then I'm just going to bring it over. And this is where you will want to pick the starting point and the ending point of your particular text layer, where it will be blurred in the background and show an emphasis for your text, okay? So this is the type of thing where we're showing a shark in this particular clip. So I'm actually gonna change the text over here. I'm gonna highlight that, select backspace and type in shark, okay? And I'm gonna put it all uppercase. And then what I'm gonna do is go to font. I'm gonna select that. And this is where you want a bold font. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Montserrat. So I'm just going to search for MONTSERRAT. I'm gonna hit enter. And then I'm gonna click the top one here. All right. And then from there, I'm gonna go to pattern and I'm gonna choose bold. And then I'm just gonna make this a little bigger. So I'm gonna click on one of these 4 corners here and make it a little bigger, okay? I'm gonna scroll down a little bit until I see shadow. I'm gonna click on shadow and then I'm just going to change the opacity here to 40%. We're just gonna give it a slight shadow. So 40%, I'm gonna leave the blurriness at 15. I'm gonna change the distance to 15. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to go back over here and we're going to start adjusting the blur itself. So what we can do here is we can highlight the top video clip, the clear video clip, all right? And then what we're gonna do is we are going to see where the text actually starts, pick the frame where the text starts. So there's no text here, and then I go right, there's text right at the very beginning. So I'm actually going to go left 10 frames, okay? And how you can do that is you can hold down on Shift on your keyboard with this video clip highlighted and the top clip highlighted, and then select the left arrow on your keyboard. Okay, and that will move 10 frames left automatically. Since that's the case, I'm actually going to add a keyframe under. So I'm gonna go under video, there's basic. I'm gonna go down to opacity. I'm gonna hit a keyframe right here, and I'm gonna leave it at 100% for this one. And then I'm going to move 10 frames forward. How you do that is you just hold down on Shift on your keyboard and hit the right arrow key once. And then I'm gonna go to opacity here. I'm gonna hit 0, enter. It's automatically going to populate a keyframe here and here. And all of a sudden we've got this type of effect where it fades in to a blur. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the last frame where the text is on the screen. So let's just go right here is the last frame where the text is on the screen. So what I'm gonna do here is I am going to, once again, go to opacity. I'm gonna hit a keyframe right here, and I'm gonna leave it at 0%. It's gonna populate a keyframe down here, and then I'm gonna go 10 frames ahead, right, okay? So I'm gonna hold down on Shift, hit the right arrow key on my keyboard, and then I'm going to change this opacity percentage to 100%. So I'm gonna go 100, enter, and it's gonna automatically populate a keyframe right here. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna take away the blur. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold down on Alt and hit K on my keyboard with this top video with the sharp video layer highlighted. I'm gonna hold down on Alt, hit K, and then I'm gonna highlight all of these keyframes. Okay, so I'm gonna click over here and make sure that all the keyframes are highlighted. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go up here to preset curves and I'm gonna go ease out, okay? And then I'll exit this and I'll hit Alt K to get rid of the preset curves. And what we will do here is I'm gonna put this on full screen. We'll take a look and see what this looks like, all right? All right, folks, and that is how you blur background behind text in CapCut PC. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helped you out, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.